How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. We also got to put in the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. So today we're going to be talking about Coinbase. This was requested from one of my subscribers and I'm like, you know what? We definitely have to get into it because I actually do like this stock. So before we get started, we have to go over an agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we also have timestamps down below in the description, but if you are a shareholder or you're considering getting into a position, I highly suggest you watch the whole entire video. So the first thing that we're going to be going over is a recent article that came out that talks about, hey, what is the potential of Coinbase stock and should you actually be considering it on this pullback? I feel it's very key. There's some great points, and then on top of that, I do give my analysis as I go through the article as well. The second thing we're going to be doing is a technical analysis. A lot of you are asking me, do you think Coinbase is going to continue to pull back, or do you think it's going to reverse? So with all of those questions, I'm going to answer it in the technical analysis portion. You guys know I like to buy stocks at a good price, so I highly suggest you watch that portion of the video. And then when all of that is done, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts. So let's get into it. So we're going to be going over an article from TipRanks that goes over Coinbase. So Coinbase has a new bull on Wall Street. The price of Bitcoin endured a brutal fall from grace over the last 11 days. And for Wedbush analysis, Mosh Khatri, it sounds like an opportunity. In an initiation coverage report, Khatri encouraged investors to buy not Bitcoin per se, but rather the lead exchange for buying and selling the stuff, cryptocurrency trading platform Coinbase Global. Khatri is convinced the stock will go to $275 within a year, so a 20% gain, and as such, he gives it an outperform, so a buy rating. As the analyst explains, Coinbase is a one-stop shop platform enabling roughly 56 million retail users, 8,000 institutions, and 134,000 ecosystem partners in over 100 countries to participate in the crypto economy. So this just gives you an idea as far as the customer base for Coinbase and how it is looked at and is deemed the one-stop shop for cryptocurrencies. So let's continue. Thus, Coinbase enjoys a first mover advantage and as the default starting place for new user journeys into the crypto economy. It has parlayed this advantage into a large base of business with as much as 11% of all cryptocurrencies in existence now stored on the Coinbase platform. So taking this into consideration overall in general gives you even a bigger picture in regards to how big Coinbase actually is. As Khatri points out, that's nearly triple the market share in cryptocurrencies that Coinbase enjoyed just a couple years ago at the end of 2018. And in addition to the best known currencies, Bitcoin and Ether, Coinbase also supports trading in over 90 other cryptocurrencies. So that just shows you they don't have that much limitations overall either. The company is so dominant in crypto, in fact, that doesn't even have to advertise all that much to attract customers. Over 90% of customers who join the platform, says Khatri, join either organically or through word of mouth. And once it has these customers in the door, Coinbase capitalizes on its advantages with its focus on user engagement and creates trusted and easy to use products and an entire set of ancillary services for cryptocurrency traders. With the tap of a finger on a smartphone, explains Khatri, customers can instantly transfer value globally over Coinbase by email or to a phone number or crypto wallet address, often free of charge. So this is definitely a big time plus for Coinbase. The fact that in regards to taking a look at advertising, how they actually grow a lot by organic or by word of mouth shows a lot, and it also does display the fact they don't have to be spending a ton of money having to try to acquire customers. Of course, advertising and as far as marketing is key for every business, but at the same time, at least we know outside of that, Coinbase can still drive in customers. Of course, Coinbase is not a charity, Khatri explains that on average. Coinbase collects a 0.57% fee on cryptocurrency transactions over its platform. And he describes transaction volume growth as massive. What does this mean in terms of dollars and cents? In Q1 2021, Coinbase booked $1.8 billion in revenue, more than it collected in all of 2020. Net income $322.3 million in 2020 is believed to have growth to have more than doubled to somewhere between $730 million and $800 million, which works out to a net profit margin as much as 44% on revenues. So taking all of that into consideration, many people don't like Coinbase because of their fees, but do understand because of these fees, they're able to drive in so much revenue, and it's part of the reasons why it's factored into their growth. Taking what may prove to be a conservative view, Cashry estimates that Coinbase's transaction revenues will continue to grow about 20% in fiscal 2022, with earnings reaching $12.10 per share, and revenues will grow another 20% or so in fiscal 2023, with profits growing similarly. If he's right about that, then Coinbase at $230 and change today costs less than 19x its forward earnings. No matter what happens to Bitcoin's price, that seems a cheap valuation relative to Coinbase stock's 20% growth rate. Other analysts are even more optimistic. The average price target on Wall Street is $404.75, implying nearly 75% upside. Overall, Coin earns a moderate buy consensus rating based on 8 recent buys and 4 holds. So this was one of the articles that I came across and I wanted to go over it, and I thought it was actually well written, and it does show the potential that you could see in Coinbase stock. As far as the analyst that they were referring to in the article, when I took a look at his track record, we could take a look at that right now. If you look at his track record, his success rate is at 83%, and his average return is 23.8%. So what does this mean? He beats the market overall in general, and he's ranked 279 out of 7,522 analysts. So his recommendations do carry a lot of weight. And I do believe in the fact that Coinbase does have a lot of upside, especially at the current price of where it's at. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Coinbase. So let's see how it performed on Friday. So we ended up closing the day at $224.35, being down 3.88% on the day. On the low, it tested $223.90, and then on the high, testing $238.97. So right away, when we take a look at the chart, we want to see how it lines up with our indicators. So currently, it is below the 100-day, the 200-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. So what it's looking like, it is looking fairly bearish, especially since they went public. The stock has been selling off quite a bit. You can see the 52-week high stands at $429.54. Even if we take a look at the RSI down below, it's definitely been beaten up, being in that 30 level. We know that is the oversold territory, and if you do believe in the long-term prospects of Coinbase, getting even into a position right now is not a bad idea considering the upside within a year. But if it does decide to pull back, some possible areas that you can look out for is right here around this $220 level. Also keeping an eye on this 215 and in this 216 area, and as well as this 210 area. I do believe if this 210 area does ever end up breaking, it's easy going to be getting down to 200, and if it goes past 200, it'll be testing into that 190 level, which I automatically believe as being a big time buying opportunity here. We also got to take notice of the fact if it does decide to reverse, right, so start making a strong bullish move, then it's definitely going to be surpassing the 100-day and as well as the 200-day, and I'll be looking for a move and some support and consolidation build up right at this 235 level, and then it building up that strength to reach all the way up back into the 240s. But do keep in mind, it's definitely pulling back. It's looking bearish, so look out for those pullbacks if you get the chance. So for my final thoughts for coin stock, I definitely do like the upside. Taking a look at the current prices of where it's at, I'm going to be looking for a further pullback. You guys already know I am cheap. And what that number is actually looking like, I'm looking to get in at the low 200s or below $200. Analyst price targets have it at around $400. So as far as upside concerned, I feel that looks really good. Even at the current prices, you can still add to your position, but do use a dollar cost averaging approach. There's also some things I feel we need to consider here when it comes to coin. They have great word of mouth and organic marketing. When I first wanted to get into cryptos and so forth, and I was asking about exchanges, the first one that was mentioned to me was Coinbase. And I know many of you could actually relate to that particular kind of an experience. So when we take this and we multiply it and then we add months and years onto that, this shows you the potential that we have in the Coinbase stock. They also have the first mover advantage, kind of similar, and they kind of break it down to make it even sound more simpler. Think about Tesla and EVs. First mover advantage. Now we have all these other EVs coming in. Now we're going to have other crypto exchanges coming in. But Coinbase, since they do generate a lot of revenue and they've been showing a lot of strength compared to their overall competitors, or their other competitors, then this shows, hey, Coinbase definitely has the first mover advantage here. And as far as much money they're generating and as far as the brand recognition that they have, is something that just cannot be ignored. And it's part of the reasons why I am not surprised on the fact that Kathy Woods from ARK Invest is also loading up. I don't just only use these particular factors when I'm investing in a particular stock, but it's things to take notice of, and it's things that we could add to our homework and overall due diligence. So overall, in general, I do like coin stock, and I'm going to be looking out for a pullback. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.